Hello and welcome to my home. So I've been meaning to make this apartment room tour video for a while now actually. This is not the first time I'm recording this.
Hello, you haven't heard much from me recently, but I do have exciting news. This here is my very first own apartment. It's really exciting for me and I'm really hyped about it, and it's gonna be interesting, let's say.
The big update is that I moved last year in August. And for the first time I'm living in my own little apartment. So today I want to do a little apartment tour. But in the meantime so much has changed that this is actually a new recording, and I promised my friend that I would make this video this month in October 2023. Over a year after I moved in. God damn it. So let me show you around. Okay, so this is the entrance as you have just seen in my intro, and to the left here of the entrance is my bedroom. And here I have this kind of peculiar bed. This is a bed out of cardboard. I think it's pretty nice. My friend had the same thing and he recommended it, so I got the same thing. There's a little window and my clothes, and here is like a whole big mess of things that I still have to deal with. This is probably a recurring theme of things here in the apartment, even though I've been living here for over a year. So let's go back to the hallway. This is a clothing rack thing and shoe box. I still have to mount this to the wall. Another thing that I still haven't done. It's my improvised lighting situation here, because lighting is really bad. This is my bathroom. Not much to show here. Sink, mirror, shower, washing machine. Yeah, it doesn't really fit in here. Like, this space here is too small for any washing machine to fit, so that's why it's here. And now we have, I would say, the centerpiece of the apartment, which is the living room. Here in the living room we have my TV situation. I've been using it a lot to watch anime and Terrace House and YouTube and stuff. And I got this sofa from my roommate. She didn't need it anymore. And there's my standing desk, which recently I've been using it standing again, although it kind of, when I have it in standing mode, I tend to not use it as much, but when I'm in sitting mode, then I don't put it back to standing, so I haven't found a routine to like switch between sitting and standing. This is another situation here. This is my old desk, and under the old desk is a lot of stuff that I still need to deal with and get rid of. So that's why it's there, because I'm not using the desk. And this is also still like temporary. I kind of clean it up so it doesn't look as bad, but the mirror, I actually broke the mirror, and it's yet another thing I need to still deal with and get rid of. And then we have, we have like a little table situation here with like bar stools. And the people who lived here previously sold it to me because they didn't want it, and I thought it was fine. It kind of fits well here. And over here we have my bookshelf. I recently reorganized it. It's not easy to make it aesthetic, but it's fine for now. I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, the last thing we have is the kitchen. Yeah, it came with the kitchen. I didn't have to get anything, which is really convenient. It's not the best kitchen. There's a lot of space, for like more space than I actually need for things in the like shelf space. So that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's no oven. There are only the plates, but just a microwave here. So far I haven't had the need to actually use an oven for like pizza and stuff. I could have bought like a small thing and put it in the... God damn it. Okay, camera battery died. Yeah, I guess I could have gotten a like small oven and put it under there. The previous people who lived here had the same thing, but so far I haven't had the need. There's a little trash corner. Yeah, that's my kitchen. Nothing special. Yeah, and that's the apartment actually. I really like the living room. I spent most of my time here. Actually, you can't really see it, and I don't really want to show it because I don't want to dox myself, but right there is the city center of Göttingen, so usually it's pretty loud in here, especially on like nice days out when there's so many people there. There's like street musicians and just people making noise. But actually it's not been so bad because it's mostly noise of people. There are no vehicles here. You can't really drive except for like delivery trucks and stuff, and they have to drive really slowly because there are a lot of people here. So there's not really any noise, like unnatural noise. It's just people noise, and people noise is still noise, but it's nicer noise than if you live like right next to a big street or something. You can extend this couch into a sleeping sofa, so whenever any friends are over, they are sleeping on there. But especially on the weekends, the nightlife is pretty loud here, so I tend to tell my friends who are coming over to bring earplugs because it's pretty loud. But for me, in the day-to-day, it's not a big problem, I think. So this is actually the first time that I'm living alone. I lived in the previous place. If you exclude the time that I spent in Japan, I've lived there for over 10 years still. And it was nice being with my roommate and the cats, and I really enjoyed it, but it was a little bit outside of the city and on a hill, and every time I needed to go back home, I had to ride my bicycle up the hill. And last year I started to be a little bit more social and going bouldering and going to the gym, like almost every day I was somewhere. And I've been toying with the idea of moving out for a while because it felt like I needed to make some kind of change, and I thought moving to my own apartment would be a good change. And it does certainly have positives and negatives. One big negative is that it's much more expensive to live alone and live near the city, although prices in general here have increased a lot. So I guess we were just lucky up there that we had such a cheap rent. This apartment is not that expensive compared to other apartments in the similar size and similar area, so I'm pretty happy with what I'm paying, but it's still a lot more. So that's one big disadvantage, and also living alone can be lonely sometimes. I have some friends that are pretty close here, so if possible I can meet up with them, but one couple moved away in the summer, another couple moved away in spring, so people are moving away and there are less and less people who I can meet up with. So sometimes it gets a little bit lonely, but sometimes there are weeks like last week where I was just social every day basically. So I think it's a good balance and it's been fine, and I kind of like it. I like having my own space. I like being able to decide everything. I guess I can imagine living with other people sometime again in the future, but right now I'm kind of enjoying this living alone situation here quite a lot actually. Being very close, like being right in the city center, has allowed me to do things that kind of weren't possible previously because it would have been too much going back and forth. So that's been really nice as well. So that's about it. It's been a while, I know, I haven't uploaded any videos, but I'm kind of motivated about it again, and I hope I will do more videos very soon. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye bye!